trying to watch my mood, trying to steal swag. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got a big bag, I got them big mad. Gotta take them boys to school, cause they skipped class. They be trying to watch my mood, trying to steal swag.
Hey, what's going on, man? This is the Shot Clock. G-Day Hoop Scout. We got Rob C in the gym. Look like Rob C over there asleep right now, man.
No sleep.
Rob, man, how was your
Can't sleep,
week?
man. Basketball season
Yes, sir. Basketball season
was good. Was good. Long.
full swing, man. What's going on, Rob? How was your
Was
week,
good.
man?
My week was good, man. It was a long week, but it was a good week. Productive week. How about yourself?
No, that's what's up, man. No, the week was good, man. Really good. Once it got to Friday, weekend always goes super fast, but it was a really good week for me as well. Getting a lot of preparations ready for, the upcoming season opener. Then you got McDonald's Invitational the week after that. Then you got a lot of Thanksgiving things going on, we're gonna dive into all that. We're gonna get into all that. Man, hey, real quick, just want to shout out everybody who did send in their videos. As top 10 nominees, we didn't get 10 videos sent in. But guess what? We're gonna hold on to those videos and we're gonna use them with next week when the season opener for everybody. Not just the name of an event, but everybody gets their season cracking November 12th, that Friday, November 13th, that Saturday. And so we'll see a lot of basketball being played, all across the greater Houston area as well as the state of Texas. But we got to start with the private schools, TAPS. They got things kicked off this past weekend. And so, a couple of teams looking really good right now. Shout out Grace Christian. They're 2-0 right now. Came out the gate firing. We seen Xavier had a nasty off the backboard dunk, man. And so Grace Christian, they're 2-0 right now. Luther North is 2-0 right now as well. Shout out to them, as well as I don't want to say I'm not missing a team who's still undefeated. Great St. Thomas Episcopal. I couldn't think of the top of my head. St. Thomas Episcopal, they 2-0 right now to start off the season as well. We seen Matthew Lewis, come baseline with the one hand dunk on an opponent, man. Hey, that was a top 10 nominee. Like I said, with those top 10s next week, when everybody get cracking, those plays from this week will be a part of that top 10 plays for next week's show. Hey, we getting back at it. That's why this episode is titled pre/regular season, because like we said, TAPS, they got things kicked off, man. Shockingly, Concordia Luther took a L this early in the season down at the Laredo tournament. They went 2-1. They lost on that Friday. They said the other team was just super hot from behind the arc. Wasn't too much that they could do about it. They was knocking down three after three. They hit a buzzer beater 3-pointer to win the game. So Concord Lutheran still 2-1. They still won 2 games. 2-1. Westbury Christian went 2-1 as well. It went into double overtime with Antonian Prep. End up losing the game by 2 points. That's really big, man. Those guys, they competed. They played really well. They was also at the Laredo tournament, as well as Second Baptist went 2-1 down there as well. Northland Christian is sitting at 1-0 right now. St. Pius is 1-1 on the season. They got to win. They also took an early lump. Rose Hill Christian also is 1-0 on the season right now. Fort Bend Christian sitting at 0-2 right now to start things off, but it's still early. Woodlands Christian also as well. They took 2 losses, John Paul II, as well as Bishop Lynch. And so it's still early in the season though, and so we're going to see. It's going to be interesting season. It's going to be a fun season. It's going to be an exciting season, and I just can't wait. Anything that you want to touch on real quick on any of those private schools?
Westbury Christian going to double overtime with Antonio. That's big for them. That's a good sign for them. Everybody else, I think, like Second Baptist, gonna have to fill it out a little bit without Williams, but it's a good start for everybody. It's a good start. St. Pius got an early win, so it's a good start. Didn't think Concordia Luther was gonna take that loss, but that's why you lace them up and go out on the floor. So I'm sure they'll bounce back. They got a big game coming up we will talk about that in a few minutes. But yeah, that was the one that stuck out to me though. Even though Westbury Christian lost, that's big. Take Antonio Prep to 2 overtime.
Yeah, no, it is, man. And just real quick for everybody, this was our Power 10 rankings. These rankings will be updated once everybody else gets to playing. Legacy played this weekend as well at the scrimmage. Shout out to Buffington and his crew. They went up there and played the scrimmage, went 2-0 at the scrimmage. They beat Green Hill Academy with Lee Dort and them, and then they also beat I School. So they picked up two really solid wins. So shout out to Coach PJ Kuznard and the crew over there at Legacy, man. They picked up 2 W's as well. PSAT was play their first game this weekend at the Houston Tip-Off that is presented by OTR Exposure. Concordia Lutheran, as we mentioned, they went 2-1 this weekend. They'll be back in action on Friday at the RCS Sports season opener. Houston Christian will get their first game at the season opener as well on Saturday. Westbury Christian went 2-1 this past weekend. Episcopal, they'll get their season open this Saturday as well at the season opener. The Woodlands Christian went 0-2. They lost to Bishop Lynch and they lost to John Paul II. Took 2 early lumps, but you want to get it out the way early. Better late than barely early than late. And so that they can start gelling and getting back in the groove of things. Interesting dynamic over there with the Woodlands Christian without Zion Pipkin, but I think that they'll get things rolling in the right direction here pretty soon. St. Thomas Episcopal 2-0 right now. Matthew Lewis has been really big for them as well as Nate Law. Solid backcourt with them too, man. Going to be a really interesting, fun season. I might as well bring it up now. They have a Thanksgiving event that will be going on. It will be held at the Thunder Gym, and it's always that Monday and Tuesday. And so if you don't have anything going on that week, make sure that you get down there. Support Coach Twine and all that he does, man. Second Baptist went 2-1 also as well this weekend. And Grace Christian is sitting at 2-0. Even though Nick Anderson went back to his home school, Xavier Owens is looking really, really good right now. Flying through the air, dunking on people, playing aggressive. Daniel Sanchez is hooping as well as the other guard. And so this is our early Power 10 rankings for the private independent schools, and some of them already got games underway and others still waiting to get things cracking, and that's why we will get this updated for you guys next Sunday. It will be up. Next Sunday is going to be another loaded show, man. We may have to do a Sunday Monday thing, man. That's how loaded it's going to be because everybody will get their games this week, and it's going to be a lot to talk about next Sunday, man. Really looking forward to it, man. Rob, man, we got the season opener among us, man. The season opener, man. As you see on the hat, man, hey, it's one of those events, man. It's a dope event. Really nice event, man. This year, not just one day, but 2 days.
2 days. First time in history, man.
A 2-day event, man. So, shout out Jim Hicks.
Shout out Jim.
For putting on the season opener 2-day event. Friday's games. We about to go through the season opener. The matchups. We're gonna make our predictions who we think is gonna win the game. So, we already know it's gonna be a lot of static, a lot of feedback. If you watching right now make sure that you like, that you share. We want to get the views up and going so that everybody can chime in and jump in and get on topic. Rob, man, Kingwood, Concordia Lutheran, game number 1.
Man, it's the battle of the inside versus the outside to me. Concordia Lutheran led by one of the best point guards in the city, Trey Miller, Jesse Fuller, and the crew. And opposite you have Kingwood. They more of an inside dominated team. Demi, Mason Carlos. It's gonna be a good matchup. I like contrasting. I like contrasting style games like this.
Mm-hmm.
Who can impose, they will. If Concordia Luther can speed them up, or if Kingwood can slow them down. I think my prediction, I'm gonna take Concordia Lutheran. I think the 1-3-1 is gonna be a little bit more than Kingwood can handle. I don't know about Kingwood shooting, and I mean I know they have shooters, but just their overall guard play this year. So I would lean on more of what I know. So I'll take Concordia Lutheran in this matchup. What about you?
I think this is going to be a real interesting matchup. Like you said, contrasting styles on the floor. Um, Concordia Lutheran, they like to play half court set as well. But, in transition, they're going to be looking out, getting ready to get into it, pushing the ball, trying to find the easy buckets. But Kingwood is not just to be so easily overlooked as well. Um, with their inside presence, Demi Areola, 6'7" power forward, man. He's going to be getting to it. You also got Mason Carlos, another 6'5", 6'6" forward as well. So they'll have some interior players over there for the Mustangs. They bring back Tommy Newman. Last season he only played 7 games. He set out with a torn ACL. But his sophomore campaign, he was named district newcomer in that district. And so it's going to be interesting to see what type of dynamic that he brings. He's a 6'4", 6'5" wing player. Guard positions for them, you got Micah Dees, who was all district second team last year, averaged 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists last year for them. A 6-foot guard. Then you got CJ Nunn, another guard, 6'2" guard, was all district honorable mention last season. So, they're going to have some pieces. It's just going to be interesting to see if they can get back to that 2019-2020 season that they had where they was beating everybody and people was just like, what in the world, man? But they do lose a key piece in point guard, Billy Gold, Rob.
Yeah, Billy Gold is gone.
Yeah, Billy Gold's at Alma College in Michigan, a Division III school. And so, they lose him. Concordia Lutheran, you talked about them. They're going to be able to push it on transitions because they have one of the top point guards in Trey Miller, 6'2" point guard. All-state first teamer last year, all-district first team. He was second place in votes for district MVP running behind R.J. King. Last year, he averaged 19 points a game, almost 20, 19.7 points per game. 4.9 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 2.4 steals. Shot the ball really well, 61% from the field, 40% from deep. 77% at the free throw line. He had 4 double-doubles and 1 triple-double last season. Like we said, they lost R.J. King, 6'6", shooting guard, small forward, who is now at Boise State. And then they also lost Griffin Thatcher. At the time last year was 6'5", but right now he stands at around 6'7", 6'8", and he is at Western Oregon University playing basketball. But they do got some key newcomers coming in. They got guys like Jesse Fuller, Jacob Hudson, David Gibbons, Michael Pelcher. And so it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a good matchup. For me, I'm going with Concordia Lutheran to win the game. I'm going to say by 8 points. 8 points.
8 points.
Did you pick a point spread?
Spread. I'm gonna give Concordia Lutheran about 14.
Okay. Next up, 5:30 game, Aldine Davis versus Katie Tompkins. Man, Rob, who you going with, man?
Oh man, I like Coach Packer. I don't know much about Aldine Davis this year, so I'm gonna be interested to see them. I haven't seen them in the preseason. Um, it's hard to go against BB Knight. Uh, played one of the fastest rising seniors through the rankings. Committed. Um, but he not the only one though. Like on that team, got one of my favorite players in the city, uh, Carmelo Jacobu. Did I say it
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That's one of my like look out for type of players, under the radar players. Jason Clark also on that team. Um, I know that Aldi Davis always tough and scrappy, athletic. They always got a lot of 6'3" to 6'6" interchangeable guards and wings. But I think Katie Tompkins might be a little too tough for them. I'm gonna pick Katie Tompkins by 10.
Okay. Um, it's, these two teams played each other last season. Um, we're talking about the Alding Davis, Katie Tompkins game. They played against each other last season. The score was 59-51. Katie Tompkins won the game. Um, Alding Davis, last season went 18-8, went to the second round of the playoffs. TABC picked them to finish fourth in their district this year. Key returners for them is Les Lewis, 5'11" guard. He was all district second team last year. He can be a deep ball threat at times. Gets in rhythm. He's a tough guard. Solid handle on the ball. They also bring back Jeff Moore, 6'4", 6'5", forward for them. He was also all district second team last year. He averaged around 8 points, 8 rebounds per game last year. So he's going to be kind of the bruiser a little bit, but he can step outside as well, hit some shots from perimeter. They lost Dylan Mackey last year, 6-foot guard. He was named Offensive Player of the Year last season. He's playing at Shriner University this year, as well as they lost three other All District first teamers: Arnold McGowan, Deneric Reynolds, and Isaiah Harrell. All those guys were really solid for them. Kind of like you said, we don't really know who all they're going to have besides Les and Jeff. But what they've been doing, it's always been that next man up mentality for Aldine Davis, and so it's going to be next man up for them. Um, Katie Tompkins last season, went to the playoffs. TABC has them ranked 24th in the state for 6A, and they have them picked to win their district as well. We talked about it a little bit earlier. They beat Davis last season 59-51, so it was a pretty close competitive game. But I just think that this year, this Katie Tompkins team is going to be a really tough team. Like they're solid, Rob. Like man, like 7, 8 deep. They're going to be a solid squad, man.
Yeah,
They even closed out district play last season on a 7-game win streak before going into the playoffs. And so
yeah,
they really started gelling really well around that time. And this preseason, man, they just been looking so like a well-oiled machine, man. As you said, led by BB Knight. Um, he's committed to Louisiana Tech. Last season, averaged 22 points per game, shot 42% from behind the arc. They also retired Nick Lancet. He was all district second team. He's the point guard facilitator for them, 6 points, 5 assists. Luke Cochran, the shooting guard, 2024, was all district second team for them as well last season, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 41% from 3-point land. He's ranked third in the Greater Houston area in his class, top 5 player within Greater Houston area. They also bring back Big Joe Olakon. He's out right now with the injury. He won't be back until maybe mid-December.
yeah,
Um, 6'8" center. He was all district first team last year. But once he comes back, he's going to be tough. They also bring in newcomers, as you said. Carmelo Jacobu's coming in, 6'3" combo. very versatile guard, can guard the 1 through 3 on the floor, solid ball handler, a good passer. He plays really well. He's athletic. He's going to be kind of like that glue guy, that junkyard dog, that X factor mentality for them. Everybody knows who BB is. Everybody knows who Luke is, and so they're going to be playing them guys really tight and closely. And Carmelo's, I think he's going to have a really solid senior campaign. Jason Clark as well, 6'7" forward. He was all district first team for TAP 6A last year as he was at the Village School. And last season, he also shot 40% from deep. And so he's going to be somebody who could step out, stretch out, help stretch out the floor for them, standing at 6'7". Would like to see him play more of it back to the basket, a little bit more on that low post. I think he could really dominate in the high school level if he does that. But they're going to be a really tough group, man. Don't know yet if freshman Scotty Guillory is going to be playing either. But he's really tough. Top 5 prospect in his class, 2025 kid. I know football team is going to the playoffs, so we may not see him for a while, even if he does get put on the varsity level, but because they got a really solid core. And so I got Tompkins in this game, and I think Tompkins is going to win this game by 14. What was your spread?
10. I picked
Okay.
Tompkins by 10.
Okay. Hey man, on to the next game, man. Summer Creek versus Faith Family, Rob. Who you got, man?
Oh man, got an old Miss shirt on right now, so that is Faith Family led by TJ Caldwell, old Miss commit, 6'4" guard. They always tough, but I had to go with Summer Creek. I like coaching. I know how Coach Coleman schemes and how he coaches, and not too many people that you expect to get their numbers when they play Coach Ken Coleman coach teams. So I know he's gonna have some type of exotic defense to throw at TJ Caldwell. Summer Creek led by Victoria College commit Jalen Goodman and Jalen Johnson, one of the best backcourts in the city. They also have a 6'7" kid, Dan Morgan. And I just think that I think Summer Creek gonna like muck the game up enough and keep it close where they can pull out a win. Now TJ Caldwell might go off for 30, but I got Summer Creek in the close one. I got Summer Creek by 6.
Okay. Since you talked a lot about Summer Creek, I'll just tag a little bit more on them. Last season they went 20-6 overall, 10-2 in district play, made it to the regional finals last season. As a team, averaged 69 points a game, a plus 11-point deficit over their opponents. TABC has them ranked 6th in the state to start the season and picked 2nd to win their district. And they played against Faith Family last year, and they won 63-62. You talked about Jalen Goodman, Jalen Johnson, being the focal point for these guys, and rightfully so. They're going to be really tough, lightning quick, can handle the ball. They can shoot the ball well from deep. They can finish at the rim. Goodman's very acrobatic. He knows how to draw contact, get to the free throw line as well. Quick hands defensively for both of these guys. So it's going to be really interesting at that guard aspect of it. Summer Creek lose Reese Allen, 6'5" power forward, Eastern Arizona. Amari Abram, he went out and playing with Southern Cal Academy in California, but he's committed to Texas A&M. And Jaquil transferred over to Episcopal. Two key newcomers that they have: Elijah Roman, 6'5" wing guard, comes in from North Shore. was all district second team last year. And Justin Butler White, 6'2" shooting guard, comes in from Premier Academy. He's going to add a little bit of perimeter threat for them. Faith Family, 25-6 last season, went 8-0 district play. Lost in the state semifinal championship game last year to Argyle. TABC has them ranked number 1. They are a 4A school, ranked number 1 in 4A. They had a plus 30-point deficit over their opponents last season. You talked about TJ Caldwell, the 6'4" 2 guard, man, who's committed to Ole Miss, man. They also have a kid named Brandon Walker, 6'6" small forward, who is committed to UT Arlington. He was also named Offensive Player of the Year last year in the district. They bring back Jaden Thompson, 6'7" forward, and then the big man, the young kid, 6'11" sophomore. I'll be tearing his name up. Dorian, man, y'all know who he is. Y'all DFW people know who he is. Dorian, 6'11" kid who's gonna man the middle for them. They lose Jordan Walsh, man. He's committed to Arkansas. He's playing with Link Prep. Dallas Hobb, he transferred out as well. He's at Prize Academy, which is in Missouri. And Deontre Barrett, the point guard from last year, the young guy, the sophomore, he transferred out as well. And he'll be playing basketball this season at Grand Prairie High School. It's going to be a really, really interesting game, really fun game, Rob, man. I'm with you. I think this game is going to be much closer than what people think it's going to be. It's not going to be this big time blowout that people is thinking that it's going to be. I'm gonna roll with Summer Creek in this game, and I'm gonna say by 3. Summer Creek by 3 in this game, man. And so we're gonna see this. We're gonna see this a lot from the DFW people. They gonna they're gonna get on and replay this clip, man.
Yeah.
But it's a hometown love as well with it. But I just feel honestly that that Coach Cummins is gonna have them guys ready.
Ready. You never see a Coach Cummins team not ready.
Yeah, don't get it confused with the preseason that you seen. Preseason basketball is one thing. That regular season basketball is something totally different.
True.
Last game of this Friday night, big time matchup.
Ooh.
Shadow Creek, Duncanville.
Ooh.
Man. Rob, what you got, man?
Man, that's a heavyweight fight right there, man. Shadow Creek, Sean Jones, Texas State commit, Cam Ambery, Oral Roberts commit. Got the young guy, Mike Scott, freshman, Cam Woodbury. Man, they got a whip over there. They got a whip. Then on the other side, Duncanville, got Ron Holland, one of the best 2023 kids in the whole country, top 3, top 5, wherever you want to rank them. Got Anthony Hardaway's son. Man, they got a plethora of young, old, CJ Ford. You know what I'm saying? They got top to bottom freshmen all the way to seniors, man. It's gonna be a great high school basketball game.
It is, man. Who you got? Woo!
Oh man, I don't know, man.
Man, look, we ain't coming on here with no I don't knows, man.
Man, I'm gonna take Shadow Creek by 5.
Okay.
I think I don't believe Anthony Black is going to play. That's just my opinion. And Cam Ambery has went to another stratosphere from last year to the summertime. Like he playing with a swagger that I never seen him have before. Well, not since he was younger. I'll say that. He got that swagger like nobody can't hold me. So, and then Sean Jones, I feel like he back to his roots, his junkyard dog type of ways. and I feel like I feel like when I see him play now, it's like the pressure being released off of him since he committed, So
Mm-hmm.
I think he just out there playing free flowing basketball and not really in his head anymore. Like he back to how I seen him in sophomore year, like strapping up, not taking everything serious, and not saying he wasn't, but just back to like I'm finna show y'all why I'm going where I'm going. So I like that about Shadow Creek. So I'm gonna take Shadow Creek by 5.
Okay.
DFW people about to have us.
Hey man, just in case somebody don't know what we're talking about right now, we're talking about Shadow Creek versus Duncanville. This is the 8:30 game Friday at the season opener. Um, man, this game is loaded with talent. It is. Uh, talent from both sides. Also, y'all can chime in anytime in the comment section, man. Y'all know how we do this, man. Um, anytime you got anything to say, go ahead and jump in on it. Shadow Creek versus Duncanville. We already got one. Rick Brown said he got Duncanville by 10. Um, in this game, Rob got Shadow Creek winning the game by 5. And so we want y'all to chime in, man. I'm finna lace you guys up with just a little bit extra notes from both teams. Um, Shadow Creek last year went 22-3 overall. Made it to the third round of the playoffs. Um, averaged about 70 points per game last year, plus 18-point deficit over their opponents. This is a state ranked matchup because TABC has Shadow Creek ranked number 9 and Duncanville is ranked number 1 in UIL 6A. So this is going to be a state ranked battle. It's going to be nasty. It's going to get grimy out there. Shadow Creek, as Rob already talked about, Cam and Marie committed to Oral Roberts, all district first team last year. You got Sean Jones, who's committed to Texas State. Uh, you got Cameron Woodbury, 6'5" guard. He's a junior. He's going to be big for the Sharks this season, as well as Chase Kane, 6'6" power forward, another junior. He had a really good summer playing up on that 17U level. Expect for him to bring that same energy, good rim running in there, challenging shots on the interior, cleaning up on the glass a little bit. They lose Ramon Walker. He goes to U of H. They also lose Brian Gordon. He's over at Lamar University. Those two guys were really big for them last year as well. But as you said, Rob, Cam has had a really huge summer. We've seen him bring it over already in the preseason. Same thing with Sean Jones. Had a really good summer playing with Adidas with Team Trey Young, and he brought that over. And so that energy is going to be there, as well as newcomer, as you talked about, Mike Collins, 5'10", point guard. He brings a lot of energy. He's already a little general on the court, a leader out there, a guy who's going to do everything. He's going to take charges. He's going to be like a little gnat at that barbecue. He's going to be all over everybody. He's going to be playing tough, man. It's going to be a really interesting matchup. It's going to be really interesting to see. Man, Rob, I kicked you off, man. My bad.
No, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what
Oh,
happened.
okay. It's going to be really interesting to see that matchup. They also have Chase Garcia, another 5'10" freshman guard that's going to play a lot of varsity minutes. Bryce Jackson, 6'3" wing. He's a freshman. He's going to see a lot of minutes this year. And Justin Scott comes over from Good Division Academy. He is a streaky shooter once he gets going. He could be big as well for the Sharks at Shadow Creek. Duncanville, hey, 3-time state champs, 3 years in a row. Like I already said, TBC got them ranked number 1. Max Preps, they're ranked number 5 in the nation. Ballers Life Fab 50, they're ranked number 7 in the nation. And so this is going to be a tall task for the Sharks. But we pulling for the Sharks. They got Ron Holland, as you mentioned. He was all region last year as well as all district as a sophomore. He's coming back for his junior campaign. ESPN has him ranked 6th. The Rivals got him ranked 24th. 24/7 Sports got him ranked 15th, and Prep Hoops National have him ranked 12th. Averaged a double-double last season. He's going to be a handful. They also have Defensive Player of the Year coming back in CJ Ford at the guard position, 6'1", another tough, scrappy player. Cameron Barnes, 6'11" center. was all district second team for them last year. You can expect for him to kind of raise his game up as well. Another top 100 ranked prospect right there. He's a junior. They lose Damon Nichols. He's at Sam Houston State. Zurich Phelps is at SMU, and Juan Reyna is at Alabama State. Those three pieces were really big last year for them, but they bring in Ashton Hardaway, 6'7", small forward from California. He is considered to be a 4-star prospect. He is currently ranked 115th on Rivals. And as Rob said, he is the son of Penny Hardaway. This matchup is going to be crazy. And so Mr. Deuce has a question. I think he's only playing in the preseason events because that doesn't matter. It doesn't count. So don't know. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. That he will be playing. Hopefully, the UIL changes their mind and allows this young man to play. That's what I would like to see. I think a lot of people would. He deserves it. He's a senior. He wasn't going there just to play some basketball. I mean, the kid can go anywhere he wants in the country collegiately. Like, so that wasn't the case at all. Like, but it is what it is. But we just hope that they overturn it so that he can play. But preseason stuff doesn't matter. So, he could play all he wants with them. But yeah, Duncanville's going to be loaded. They're going to be tough. We already seen that they played really well this past weekend at Buff's event, the scrimmage, against some really solid teams. And so although I am a Houstonian now, I am, but I'm going with Duncanville in this game. I'm gonna say 10. I'm gonna say 10 points, 10-point favorite for Duncanville. I just think that Shadow Creek's going to come out with a point to prove that this could be a future. What's crazy about this? This could be a future state championship matchup this season.
Could. Most definitely. Most definitely could.
Man, Rob, you froze on my end. There you go. There you go. You back, Rob. All right, you were frozen.
All right.
But yeah, no,
Got the new kinks of the lab.
Yeah, we'll get the kinks out, man. Rob got a new device over there, so we're gonna get them right, man. But yeah, this possibly could be a future state championship game right here, because that Region 3 for Houston, man, is gonna be tough. But hey, anybody can come out of that. Anybody can. So interesting.
I want to say something though, man. I don't know about that 3 times. I don't know about that 3-time state championships.
Oh, come on, man!
Guys, stop. Hey. Nah, man. You can't be claiming the coronavirus championship, man. Everybody. So that means everybody is state champion. It can't be everybody who was
supposed. That's what they did. So everybody who was supposed to go to the state championship, they got championship crown. So is Hightower state championship not state championship?
No.
What? Come on, Rob, man.
Play no games. No.
It doesn't. They didn't have a choice. It wasn't up to them. We ain't even gonna talk about that season because I'm mad because I'm
still mad too. Oh yeah.
I was almost at the Alamo Dome. Like I was about to pull up.
Yeah. We're gonna leave that alone. We missed some hell of a matchups that year too. Boy.
Man, and then my guy, the baller plug, called me. Is like, man, they canceling stuff. I said, no, man, I'm right here. Like I'm at the exit for the Alamo Dome. Like they not canceling no state. And he was like, man, G-Day, they canceled it. I said, no, man. And so as soon as I get off the phone with him, I look on Twitter, cancel. I'm like, man, come on, man.
I was
already there. Y'all could have still played. I was there. Y'all could have played in front of me.
Man, we missed some epic matchups that year, man. That's the season that they should do a 30 for 30 on that alone right there. Cause that was about to be some epic matchups right there.
Yeah, no, that was gonna be tough, man. And so, what's going on, Doug, man? Coach Bobby B, Rick Brown, Mr. Dudes, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Yeah, interesting match. But yeah, this Shadow Creek and Duncanville game could possibly be a state game, man. You don't know, man. It's going to be really interesting, man. I think Cam Embry is going to have a really big game. I think Sean Jones is going to play really solid. I think the whole team, Cameron Woodbury. Like I said, Chase Kane, man, he's going to pull down at least 7-8 rebounds in this game. Mike Collins is going to be pesky. They're going to be tough. It's not going to be as easy as people think it's going to be. Some people think this is going to be a cakewalk, but no, I don't think so, man. Rob, you froze again, man. You asleep. You wasn't froze. You just low there asleep, man.
I'm not asleep, man.
Man,
Look,
get off the phone, man.
man.
I thought you was trying to watch the Chargers or somebody, man.
Already, man. I ain't worried about that. Man, it's basketball season, man. I'm looking at the next segment.
Okay. So we on the Saturday then, right?
Yes, Saturday morning, all day long.
All day long on Saturday, man. Hey, if y'all don't got nothing going on, y'all got to come out to at least a couple of games.
Come eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the campus center, man. I know I am.
It's gonna be nice up in there. All right, 9:30 game, early morning game. When I used to coach grassroots basketball, I used to hate early morning games.
I loved it.
Hey, this is what players are made of. 9:30 in the morning. You got Nimitz with the new head coach.
Yes.
Over there. He already told us he got 4 freshmen playing varsity, 3 sophomores playing varsity. They're going to be young, but they're going to be scrappy. Versus Second Baptist. Rob, who you rolling with in this game?
I got Aldine Nimitz. Kentrell Royston, man. I keep saying the kid name over and over and over again, man.
Yes, Doug, we seen that match.
Yes, we seen it. We seen that,
that's
Doug.
Early in the morning, but
the other one too.
Hey, I'm gonna be up for it, man. I'm gonna be up in that thing.
Just like be right there.
Just like on Thursday, that McDonald's Invitational.
Yes, sir. I got Nimitz though, man. Eric Woods coming along, solid guard for Nimitz. Kentrell Royston gonna be one of the proverbial leaders for their team. And I just think with the uncertainty of whether Jordan Williams gonna play or not, I don't think Second Baptist has enough firepower to take down Nimitz. I have Nimitz in this game by 14.
Okay, yeah, I Nimitz too much on the guard play side. You already mentioned Kentrell Royston. They're gonna be tough, man. They got 2 sophomores as well. Javarius Thompson, Eric Woods. Javarius Thompson was a district newcomer last year.
Yes.
They are going to be very tough at the guard position. Nimitz always has size. I don't know where they find they trees, but they always got trees. So I'm sure he's gonna have 1 or 2 trees out there as well to kind of man the middle. Second Baptist, they went 2-1 at the Laredo event this weekend, but I'm with you. I just think that Nimitz is going to be just a little too much for them to handle on this early morning game at the season opener. And so therefore I'm rolling with Nimitz. I'm going to say Nimitz by 12 in this game. We're going to roll with Nimitz by 12 points, man. That's going to be really good for Aldine School playing at an Aldine venue, to get the dub. When was the last time that the Aldine team got the dub at the season opener?
Doug can probably tell us that. Can't remember. I seen a lot of games. I can't remember though. Might have been Nimitz. I don't know. Might have been Nimitz.
Next game, 11 o'clock, man. Hey, Pato Dawson. Sheesh.
Hey, this is one of the best matchups in the first 2 months of the season. I've been looking at this game, like salivating over this game. This is a really interesting high school basketball game. You got Katie Paytow with Tulsa commit 6'8", post Charles Chikwu, got 6'7", Abu Kamara, got 6'1", Dallas Baptist commit Trevor Frank. And on the other side, you got 6'5", Tyree Davis, got 6'7", Hayden Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
And a kid that I like on Dawson that not a lot of people talk about. He played for Team Fox, but he wasn't one of the glamour kids. They got a 6'7" kid, Charles Anderson. I like him a lot. I like him. He plays hard. I like hard playing kids. He plays hard. He got skills too. I don't know if he's gonna be playing though, because I think they're gonna make the playoffs in football. Yeah, they are. This gonna be an interesting game. I know we say that a lot, but this is gonna be an interesting
No,
game.
yeah, this gonna be a fun game, man.
It's another one of those established will type of games. Like, can Pato establish their inside play, or will the shooting of Tyree Davis and Hayden Winsner bring in Charles out to the perimeter? Will that prevail? It's they really close. They really close. You can see either one of these teams in their respective regional championship games, but I'm gonna go with Pearland and Dawson by 4.
Okay. All right, man. You hit it right on the head with a lot of the kids. This is gonna be a really, really good game. Even last year, Dawson had a really successful season, compared to what people thought they were going to do and thought what they were going to be. They bring back a lot of key pieces. You already mentioned Hayden Windsor's coming back. You bring Jaden Miller as well, 6 foot guard who can shoot the ball. Um, Tyree Davis, high school basketball. Tyree Davis is a beast on the court, man. Way different than summer ball Tyree Davis. Um, that they got a lot of pieces that they could play. They got a lot of size as well. You mentioned Charles Anderson, 6'7". They got some other 6'5", 6'6" kids. Just some guys get in there, get some rebounds. Throw their weight around, set screens. So this matchup's gonna be really interesting because Pato as well has good size. You already mentioned Charles, the Tulsa commit, Abu, whose stock just elevated since this summer, man. 6'7" rim runner. He continues to stretch his game out more and more toward the perimeter. We've seen that in the fall ball, him knocking down more and more jump shots from the outside, way more than he did from the summer. He's athletic. He's very active. He's a hustle guy. He's going to be everywhere on the floor. Um, that's Abu Kamara. Solid kid, man. Trevor Frank, you already talked about him, 6'1", point guard who's going to Dallas Baptist. They also have, Eddie Igborala. I don't want to mess up his last name. ID knows who I'm talking about. But we seen him last year at the regional championship game against Beaumont United, and everybody was like, "Who is this kid? Who is this kid? Who is this kid?" Like he really stepped up really big in that game, and so big games he shows up big, and so you can expect for him. He's 6'4", 6'5", wing forward, wing guard type player. So you can expect for him to kind of step up and be really big in this game for Pato. I'm going with Pato in this matchup. I'm going to say Pato by 3. By 3 in this game. On to the next game. We got Booker T versus Episcopal.
I want to say Booker T is I don't know where they are in the TABC. I don't want to lie, but I know they're probably in the top 5 TABC. Do you know, GJ?
Booker T.
Yeah, Booker T and TABC. They should be in like the top 5. But anyway, this is gonna be a good matchup. I wish the unfortunate injury to Logan Watts wouldn't have happened, but it did. That'd have made this even more firepower. Booker T, Kenneth Lewis, 6'6" wing, Chris McDermott, 6'7" post. They got some other solid key pieces. On the other side, you got Episcopal, Jacoby Registry, 6'5", 6'6" wing, and you got Jaden Hope, Justin Big. Oh man, I love this Booker T team this year. I like the maturation I'm seeing out of Jaquil Registry game, but I'm loving this Booker T team. Chris McDermott got an old school, tough high school back in the '90s, early 2000s demeanor to his game. Like I like what I see out there, young man. And Kenneth Lewis got a very athletic, wiry frame. I'm taking Booker T in this game. I'm taking Booker T by 8. I'm expecting big things from this Booker T team, and I think it starts right now. Like I'm really like if this was poker, I'm all in on this Booker T team. Like I like them a lot.
All right, so this is the 12:30 game. Booker T versus Episcopal. Booker T is not ranked
In
in the state.
TABC, okay.
TABC does not have them ranked 4A, but if they play the way that everyone is expected for them to play, you can expect to see them climb up and up and up and up that ranking ladder as far as team ranking goes for TABC. Episcopal is ranked 7th by TABC, is in private school, rounds for the SBC 6A TAPS. Episcopal has a lot of talent. You know, they have 2 guys out with injury. Deshaun Brody being one of them, young kid, sophomore, and then Logan Watts, senior, who was truly pointed on. You know, he was playing at a really high level. He was doing everything and everything the right way. He was playing really good basketball. So it kind of sucks to see him get injured right before the season starts and have to miss the entire season. So we pray for a healthy recovery so that you're able to, you know, still continue on and possibly go on and play college basketball. Even if you have to go through the JUCO ranks of it all. But this game, Episcopal Booker T, should be a very exciting game. You got Jaquil Registry, top 5 prospect within the class for the Greater Houston. He's a top 60 prospect nationally as well. And then you got Chris McDermott on the other side with Booker T, another top 5 prospect in Greater Houston. Should be very, 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 very fast-paced game. Should see a lot of transition basketball. Kenneth Lewis, you're going to see a lot of big-time dunks from him in this game, I feel. I'm going to say Kenneth Lewis gets 3 dunks this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Kenneth Lewis gets 3 dunks this game. Kenneth Lewis, he's a junior, 6'6", 6'7", small forward, high flyer, very athletic, has a super long stride, long wingspan, very active. Like I said, this game is going to be a back and forth game. I'm going to go with Episcopal in this game, and I'm going to say Episcopal by 2 points in this game over Booker T. The next game, Bel Air, Fort Bend Elkins, Jacob Cole versus Chris Johnson. Tough matchup right here. Man, although Chris Johnson leads the way for Elkins, he has a lot of good players around him. A lot of good players, man. Jackson Fields, Darrell Wilson, Chris Barnett, Jacoby Osmore. A lot of solid pieces, man, around him. Same thing with Jacob Cole and Bel Air, man. Jacob Cole should have a huge junior campaign, a really big season. but he got some young guys who got game. Rob, man, Shelton Henderson,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Rob, who you got, man?
Man, I always wanted to see this game in the regular season because I know how much Cole and Chris Johnson go at each other. I don't. They played this game in the Super 16. Jacob Cole was injured. Shelton Henderson didn't play for whatever reason. Um, Coaching is even, man. You got two legends, man. Man, I'm gonna go Elkins. Go Elkins. Go Elkins by 3. I think it's gonna be a tough. I think it'll be a close game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, as you mentioned, Shelton Henderson, Andrews.
Yep, Anthony Andrews. Sheesh.
In past episodes, he can really score in the mid post to the low post. Um, you know, I want to see what Jordan does.
Yes, I was gonna mention Jordan Burroughs, man. If he shows up,
Yeah.
this is
Because he was a pest, though. When they played in the Super 16, he was pestering Chris the whole 94 feet. I'm not saying he was stopping them, but he was pestering them, and he wasn't afraid. He accepted the challenge, you know. So, but I get a slight edge to Elkins. They got more on the Swiss Army knife than Belair does to me. So it's gonna be a good. I think this game gets in the 65, 70 point range, and I give it to Elkins by 3.
Okay, man. No, this game's gonna be super tough game. We talked about Chris Johnson, and his running mates, Chris Barnett. Super solid guy, man. 6'5" forward. Junkyard dog, man.
Yes.
Very physical. Solid, man. Jackson Fields is playing really solid. Rim running, catching the alleys, finishing above the rim, active on the glass. You got Darrell Wilson, um, another big body guy. They're a team who can wear you out over time with their size, with a lot of screens. A lot of bump action like that stuff wears and tears on you as the game goes along. And so those guys are going to be really solid pieces. Talk about Jacoby Osmore, another 6'4" guard, man. Young kid, sophomore. He's going to be really solid for them as well. That this team is going to be they're going to be good, man. Last year they had a really good season, made it to regionals. Um, they're looking to get back there again, but this Bel Air team is no cakewalk either. As you said, we seen this matchup in the Super 16. Everybody didn't play it, but still, this is the regular season. Coaches are coaching this time. Shout out to both coaches, as
Two
well.
legends, man. Two
Yeah,
legends.
this game is going to be a really good game. This I've been thinking about this game and who I really want, who I'm picking to win. Who's the heavy favorite? I don't honestly, man. I'm picking a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anthony Andrews is solid freshman, Bel Air, man. Super skilled kid, man. Shelton Henderson, another super skilled. These are freshmen that Bel Air have, and they've been playing like they've been on the varsity for 2 or 3 years. Like I said, Cole should have a huge season this year. Really big season. He should. Jacob Cole should have a really good season. Jordan Burroughs, I only mentioned the showing up part because sometimes he's there, other times he kind of checks out. But if he's locked in, he's tough.
Yes.
He's tough and he's athletic. He has really good bounce on his jumper as well. This is going to be a really close game, but I'm going to take Elkins by 1 in this game. Elkins by 1 point in this game. Elkins versus Bel Air is going to come down to the wire. It's going to be a good game. 2 nationally ranked prospects going at it. Jacob Cole, Chris Johnson. Man, exciting basketball, man. Make sure y'all come out, check out some hoop, man. Um, Goose Creek Memorial versus San Antonio Wagner, 3:30 game. I'm going with Goose Creek in this game. I'm gonna say Goose Creek by 12. San Antonio Wagner, you know, they're going to be tough. They are. They're going to be scrappy. Austin Nunez is going to lead the way for Wagner. You know, he's going to hit some big shots. You know, he's playing above the rim more now. But I just feel that with Sam Bradford, Darius Woodson, Avant Coleman, DeCadrian Wise, um, man, my mind went blank. But I just feel with these guys, man, that Goose Creek has, it's just going to be too much for them to handle. Um, Darian Williams is his name. It just came to me. Darian Williams, like these guys are going to be tough for Goose Creek Memorial. Goose Creek, another team, went to regionals last year. Um, looking to go further than they did last year. They're going to be really tough. Rob, I'll let you take it away. I got Goose Creek by 12 in this game, man. I know you're gonna bring up that EYBL factor. I'm gonna go ahead, Rob, man. I'm gonna let you jump in, man.
I got Goose Creek, man. No disrespect to the Arizona State commit, Austin Nunez, man. I know he can ball. You know, I know he got game. San Antonio Wagner coaches always had him prepared. They always the favorite to go to state. They've been to state a couple of years in a row. They always get close, but you know, Goose Creek, that train rolling, man. Avant Coleman, Darius Woodson playing way better. You know, not just shooting perimeter jump shots, but attacking the rim. His athleticism went way up. Sam Bradford, we always talk about that PCM effect, man. Sam Bradford playing like a proverbial man amongst boys right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he looking real bouncy, shot looking crisp. I got Goose Creek by 17, man.
Mm.
I expect them to come out and run down on some people, man. I got Goose Creek by 17.
Man, these some good matchups, Rob, man.
Yeah, a good matchup. This is a well put together event, man. Shout out RCS Sports, Jim Hicks, Doug Jones, Jeffrey Day. They been doing this for a while, man. Been doing this for a while. This is you can tell he thought about this schedule. This is a well put together schedule.
And it keeps going, man. It keeps rolling.
As the day goes, it's like Christmas. You unwrap the small presents, then you get to the, you know what I'm saying?
Man, 5 o'clock. Mustangs versus the Timberwolves. Cypress Ranch versus Beaumont United. Beaumont United is ranked number 1, TABC 5A. Cypress Ranch is ranked number 21, TABC Class 6A. So it's a state ranked matchup. Beaumont United is also nationally ranked on Max Preps and Ballers Life's Fab 50.
Yes.
Tough game. Man. Rob, who you got, man? Who you got, Rob? Who you got, Rob, man?
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a closer game than what people think. I think people think there's gonna be a 20-25. Like people will put the spread at 20 points. I got Beaumont United by 12.
Okay.
Terrence Arsenault, 6'7", University of Houston commit. You got nationally ranked. Well, he nationally ranked too, but nationally ranked Wesley Yates, 6'4", junior. Man, they got Clarence Paye, K. Dotson, Cameron. I always talk about Cameron Mickles. Then on the other side, you got Kobe Raspberry, Justin Norris, Trent Burns. Another unfortunate thing, we won't see Jalen Bernard in this game. Nah, that would have really put the icing on the cake if we would have seen Jalen Bernard in this matchup.
Yeah.
But I just think too much Wesley, too much Terrence, Trent Burns 6'11", but stand in front of Terrence on that perimeter, that's a chore, man, for anybody. So I think that I got Beaumont United by 12. I think it's gonna be close. I think people think it's gonna be a blowout, but I don't think it's gonna be a blowout like that.
So we're talking about Cypress Ranch, Beaumont United game. You left out Duba Muneki.
Yes.
Abilene Christian commit.
I apologize, dude. I apologize. Charge it to my head. I'm a heart birth.
Early season, in preseason MVP for his district. Athletic. He's playing more comfortable on the perimeter, handling the ball. Really starting to transition away from being that post guy to being the wing guy. Unfortunately for him in the high school realm, he's still got to get down there and bang. Being the best rebounder on the team, most athletic guy. But still, he's still going to get points, easy points at the bucket as well. I think this game starts off close in the beginning. And then I think second half, Beaumont United kind of pulls away. I'm going to say United by 10 in this game. I think it's going to be, like you said, closer than what people think it is. This Cypress Ranch team they've been together for a long time. Justin Norris, Kobe Raspberry, Ryan Moore. You add in Mikey to the group as well. Mikey Hawkins is coming into the group as a guard. You mentioned Jalen Bernard not being there. Really would like to see him play this season. Another kid that we want him to heal properly. So a healthy recovery. I don't ever wish anybody a speedy recovery. I don't want you to heal the wrong way or you to rush back into something because you think that you're healed, but you're really not healed. So a nice healthy recovery, man. So and when he's ready to come back, he comes back and hope that he does big things. You mentioned all the Beaumont United kids, U of H commit, Terrence Arsenal, super tough assignment. Wesley Yates, super strapped up kid. Not just from beyond the perimeter, but he's athletic, take you to the rim, he'll dunk on you. Traylon Porsche, glue guy, rim runner. He's gonna play at that top of the zone press that Coach Green likes to run. Kay Dotson, Clarence Paye, Cameron Mickles, and they said that they got some another kid who we haven't seen because he was out with injury last season.
Somebody did say that. Say he broke his leg last year.
So they got a lot of firepower too, and are expected to make another big run. This is a good early matchup for them. They have a lot of tough games on their schedule this season, but this is a really good early matchup for them. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. But I'm got United by 10 in this game. It's still going to be a fun game, exciting game, and it's only the first game of the season. So, Coach Huffmeister versus Coach Green. Another set of coaches who've been doing this for years, knows their system, trusts their system, gets guys to buy into what they do. It's going to be a really fun, exciting game. Next up, another one, Atascocita versus Houston Christian. Another tough matchup, man. Atascocita is ranked third in the state. This is TABC 6A rankings. And then on the private school side, you got Houston Christian, who's ranked fourth in the state. Rob, what's your predictions for this one, man?
Man, Houston Christian, Coach Crandall, Coach Willer, Coach Morris, they always do a good job getting the most out of their players. Orlando Horton, Brody Robinson, CJ Barnes, Hilton on why I
Harris.
can't why am I drawing Harris? Well, I wanted to say Hilton Armstrong. Hilton Harris, I apologize. Hilton Harris. Then on the other side, you know, Tascasita, Caleb Pouncey, Kanye Ortiz, David Martinez, just the list goes on and on. Connor Miller. Um, I'm going to take a Tascasita. I just I like the way they play. Uh, they can shoot the ball. They could play through Caleb Pouncey if they need to, with him being like a point forward type of player. It's a lot, and I keep saying this because it is though. Like this goes back to that Hayden Winsner and like Charles Chickwood type of matchup, like the inside outside matchup, like can CJ Barnes check Caleb Pouncey? You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna take a Tascasita by 9.
Okay. Houston Christian, we seen them struggle early on in the preseason, turned it around. Um, now Crandall has, his hands all over them. Not in a in a bad way, but he's going to leave his fingerprints as far as how they play basketball now. Um, they're young, they're tough, they're going to be solid, really good on the guard side. You talked about C.J. Barnes. He's going to hold down the middle for them. 6'10", junior for Houston Christian. They also have Dominic Sestero, 6'8". So they got some size for the interior part. Um, but Atascocita, man. You talked about Caleb Pouncey, 6'7". Dual forward. He could play small forward or power forward. Super super athletic kid, man. We've been seeing him fly through the lane, dunking on people, snatching rebounds out of people's hands. Looking like Caleb Pouncey of old. Um, big difference from the summer. What we're seeing right now, a very hungry Caleb Pouncey, I would say. Um, Atascocita is loaded. Um, you bring back David Martinez. He's been plagued with injuries, but he's really healthy this year, looking really solid. I think a lot of people forgot about him, um, and he's going to be one of those kids who is going to turn a lot of heads throughout the season. You got Angel Johnson, really tough point guard, mid range killer. Um, Tough on defensive side. Landon, I don't want to say mess up your last name, Landon.
And
Transfer over from Humble. Um, tough kid, 6'4", can shoot the ball. You got Connor Miller over there. He's a shooter. You add Ortiz from Pasadena. He was district MVP last year in his district. You got AJ Unks, another shooter. You got the young kid, Jarrell Barron.
Barron.
Um, they just have a lot of pieces over there for Atascocita. And when you live by the three, you die by the three. Um, when they're hitting, they're hitting. And so far we haven't seen them not hit. So, hopefully they can keep that good fortune rolling for them. Um, but Houston Christian on the other end, I just feel that they're going to give them some matchup problems at times. With the quickness, shiftiness of Brody Robinson, Orlando Horton, I think they're going to give them matchup problems at time. I think this game is going to come down to the interior play, but I just think that Caleb Pouncey will be just a little bit too much in the end run for CJ Barnes and Dominic Sestero to handle. So I'm going with a Atascocita in this game as well, but I'm saying a Atascocita by 6 in this game.
Mm.
The final game of the night, This is the game that Rob loves because he knows there's going to be a lot of jaw jacking going on.
Oh, a whole bunch of trash gonna be talked in
Hey,
ends and on the court.
yes, we've already seen it so far early in Twitter already in the Twitter world. It's
Oh, we
going to
person already.
hey, this is Crosby versus Clear Brook. Cougars versus the Wolverines. Rob, man, hey. Rob, who you got, man? I already know who you got, but you gotta let the world know, man. Who you got, Rob, man?
And first of all, for people that think I don't like PJ Haggerty, I do like PJ Haggerty. PJ Haggerty is a scoring savant. He knows how to score the basketball. He's a good basketball player. That's why he's going to TCU. So don't listen to the myth that I don't show him no love. You know what I'm saying? I like his game. Um, he's going to score in this game. He has to score. Also, Sean Elkington, St. Edward's commit, 6'7", forward, inside outside hybrid forward, can put the ball on the floor. On the other side, got Kamari Millender, 6-foot senior. Got Smurf Marcus Millender, 6-foot junior. Uh, Christian Bradshaw, one of the top X factors in the city to me. 6'2", 6'3" guard for Clearbrook. I got Clearbrook in this game. I got Clearbrook by 6. This is gonna be a close game. Like I always say with Clearbrook, this is gonna be dictated by the referees and the aggressiveness of the game. But I think PJ Haggerty gonna get his points. But I don't think Clearbrook gonna lose though. I got Clearbrook by 6. It's gonna be a good game though. Good game, solid game.
Good game. Rob got Clearbrook by 6. This is the last game of the evening. 8 p.m. matchup. Crosby versus Clearbrook. Man, Rob put a lot of good notes out there for y'all. This is gonna be a really solid game. It is. You got Sean Elkington, stretch forward, hybrid forward, pick and pop master. Um, he's going to force Tosh Lyons to come out and guard more on the perimeter of what he does. You know, Sean Elkington is going to get a double double this game. He is. He will have a double double. He's tough. He's really good. He's really solid. Him and PJ Haggerty have really good chemistry together. They do. As you said, PJ Haggerty's going to get his points. He's going to get buckets in the game. The question is, will the points be enough to win the game? We have seen in this preseason, we've seen, PJ get 5, 6, 7 assists as well. And so he's showing people, for everybody who said, he's just a shooter, he's just a high volume shooter, he's shooting 40 shots a game. But he's also showing that, hey, I can move the rock as well and find my guys. Especially majority of that being Sean Elkington and pick and roll situations, mainly the pick and pop. Not trying to give away game plans, but also he's been able to find shooters in the corner. So PJ Hector's gonna be a tough assignment. But we know that the Millie boys, man, Chemo, Smurf, man, we know that probably two of the top defenders, and kids who take pride in defense as well as offense.
Yes.
And so we know that they're gonna put a lot of pressure on PJ. PJ still gonna get points. It just won't be as easy as normal.
True.
And so the Chemo Smurf is gonna be tough, man. Kamari Millender, Marcus Millender. They're not twins, they're just brothers. Chemo being the senior. Chemo has showed that, I'm not just a downhill guard. I'm gonna pull up this tray ball. And he's been hitting like NBA range threes, not toting the line, high school 3-pointers, not I'm just sitting right at the college three. No, NBA threes, confident, high rate, high percentage, been knocking them down. And so that's just another dynamic of his game that he's been showing everybody that, hey man, look, I can score this rock. I'm just not just a downhill guy, but I'm also, a perimeter guy as well, and showing coaches that I can catch, I can, hit the ball, catch and shoot guy. I could be that third or fourth option within the offense. After everything's been going in motion and the ball's been moved around and it swing back out to me that I can knock this down. And so that's what he's been doing. Smurf, the maestro of it all, man. I think this season, I'm gonna say just in this game alone, Smurf's gonna have Marcus Millender. They got nicknames, but I gotta learn how to still say the real name. Marcus Millender will still get 8. I think he's gonna get 8 assists this game. He's just a facilitating maestro. He makes everything go. He does. He has excellent court vision. And not just that, and not just is he a tough defender, but he'll go up and punch one on you. Like, don't get caught slipping underneath the rim, because he coming to put one on your head. Tough kid, man. He's another kid. He continues to improve his jump shot as well. But when you're able to break down the defense, force collapse, find open shooters, be able to drop little sweet dimes off. And when you're big, Tosh Lones has really good hands. He catches and finishes on the inside. It's going to be a really tough game. It's going to be great competition this game, man. I'm pulling for Clearbrook as well, and I'm saying Clearbrook by 8 in this game.
PJ Haggerty over 30 points.
Yeah. Oh yeah. PJ will score over 30. Shine.
Took the under on that.
I'm gonna say Shine around 16. 16 points, 11, 12 rebounds. But I just think that the Millie boys is gonna be too much, as well as Tosh Lowndes, Bradshaw. I just think that they're just gonna have just a little bit more firepower than the Cougars in this game. Hey, it's first game of the season. No matter how it goes, build from it. Use it as motivation for the rest of the year. This was the RCS Sports season opener, man. We went through every game, Fridays, Saturdays. If you're not busy, come out, enjoy yourself. Man, I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there.
Gonna be there. Hey,
gonna be there. Jimmy, the Golden Voice. Frito pies, turkey legs.
Come check it out, man. We said next week was gonna do Sunday, Monday. We gotta do Sunday, Monday. We gotta do Monday tomorrow too. Because I would be remiss if I didn't talk about those matchups at the tip off as well.
Yes, power sponsored by OTR Exposure. Yeah. Good. That's a good schedule. So yes, we'll be back tomorrow, man.
And not just that, but other teams there's other games going on. Like it's a lot. It's a lot going on this weekend. Season tip off is huge. It's big, man. We're excited. High school basketball back. And then, man, hey, next weekend we got a recap on Sunday, and then Monday we got to talk about the McDonald's Invitational.
Y'all got to be tuning in, man. We got fire episodes for y'all, man. We got fire episodes. We recapping events and we previewing events through the whole tournament season, man. Hey, y'all tune in.
Tune in, man. Top 10. Hey, once again, thank you to the kids, the coaches, and the parents who did send me footage to nominate as top 10 highlights for the week. This week is going to be a lot of games. Coaches, parents, fans, players. Make sure y'all get them emailed to me. so we can put that top 10 on here. All right. I had 7 submissions, almost 10, 7. So we was close. And guess what? I'm going to include those in this upcoming week as well. And we're gonna get nice top 10 going, man. And then once tournament ball kind of settles down, then we'll get back to the nitty gritty of the show with the Carol's Corner, with the what you're talking about, Willis, with the baller plug reports, getting players on here, interviews, high school coaches on here, interviews, college coaches on here, college players on here,
Yes.
expanding, stretching.
All walks of life.
Yeah, so make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all share it. Um, this is all about putting kids out there so that coaches can know who they are, what they look like, how they play. We could talk about it and not bash anybody, but just uplift and build the basketball community and hold each other accountable. If we're holding the players accountable, we got to hold ourselves accountable. And so we have to make sure that we're talking about them. We have to make sure that we're showing them love in the top 10 plays, in game recaps. We're bringing it all back, man. It's the shot clock, man. It's going to be back to the way that y'all loved it, man. Yeah, good one. Mr. McDaniel asked me what's my email. I'm going to put it up here real quick for you guys. I already had it. I just got to go to it real fast.
Shameless.
But this is the email that you guys can send all. This is the email that you guys can. Oh, I thought I clicked on. This is the email right here, bossahard217 at gmail.com. Send me all your footage for your top 10 play nominees right here, bossahard217 at gmail.com. And we're going to get that thing cracking. Even if it's from a freshman game or a JV game, submit it. If you got kids out here crossing kids up, making them fall, dunking on people, hitting buzzer beaters, whatever big time moments they are, submit them. We'll vote on them. We'll put it together. Top 10 plays, man. Until next time, this is G-Day Hoop Scout. Hey, that's Rob C in the gym. And this is the Shot Clock. We out.